Reminiscing on the memory of the daughter, the protagonist watches a videotape of the time that they spent together in a local playground. The daughter unfortunately died in the local park, and the parent somehow feels the daughter is still bound to the earth and is not going to the afterlife to be free. It seems as if the daughter's restless soul is wandering on earth, hunting the parent, making them have sleepless nights. The parent desperately searches for different incantations, prayers, and many different methods to free her soul, when all seem to fail, until he comes across a website which seems to specialize in soul liberation. The website instructs the grieving relative to use a special camera made by a medium and take pictures of the deceased loved one and upload 15 photos in order to receive a message from the soul. The camera seems to have the ability to capture the photos of the wandering souls and anything supernatural. The father of the deceased girl goes to the local park the daughter died in, taking the camera with him, which to his shock seems to actually work and capture images not seen by naked eyes. The parent suddenly hears the public telephone ringing when he picks it up, shocked and horrified to hear his crying and vulnerable daughter asking him to go home to her. It's clear the daughter is wondering and unaware whether she is alive or dead. She is looking for her father and is possibly hurting and scared. The father wants to free her soul as hearing her suffering torments him and makes him feel horrible. As the grieving father explores the park with his supernatural camera, he captures some troubling photos, bringing back memories to how the daughter died. She also seems to be still lingering in the real world, hugging some of her classmates who were just released from the local primary school. As the parent takes more photos of the daughter, the world shifts and becomes surreal, with the atmosphere becoming ominous. The parent wonders what is going on, as the daughter would never be so malicious unless something horrible has happened to her soul. Through school announcements, which the parent is hearing in a surreal manner, as if being flashbacks playing now, it's revealed that the daughter went missing at 8 p.m. in the local park, going there by herself. It's because the father didn't have much time to go to the park with her as much, hence the daughter decided to do it alone. Or is this actually about the daughter? This is something that makes the father feel guilty, blaming himself for not going to the park with the daughter more often. As if he did, the daughter wouldn't go to the park alone at 8 p.m. leading to her going missing. Learning that the daughter's name was Mitsuka, the father manages to take 15 supernatural photos and heads back home. As he sits back on his computer to upload the photos on this medium website, strange things start to take place. The ghost of a creepy woman seems to be approaching the father, which soon disappears. Petrified yet thinking that he is doing the right thing, the father uploads all the photos when a footage of the daughter is displayed, showing how she was attacked by someone or something which possibly led to her death. Infuriated and horrified to seeing how his daughter passed away, the father is more determined than before to put her soul at rest. He feels as if her soul is still suffering, so he continues using the camera and taking more photos inside his own house. As time passes by, hostile entities invade the house, with one specific entity having a mascot costume appearing and tormenting the father. This entity appears from the dark and the father needs to take photos before it is too late. As time goes by, this entity wields a chainsaw, trying to use it against the parent to kill him. This corresponds with the drawings that the daughter drew before dying, with the father dismissing it as some sort of cartoon character, not knowing it as a supernatural ominous entity hunting the daughter. Mitsuka unfortunately had a tragic and horrifying death, with this entity possibly using a chainsaw to kill her. The father is horrified and traumatized after this encounter, cowering in his daughter's room, He feels terrible for the daughter as he understands the horror that she must have felt in her last moments. As the father uploads more photos of Mitsuka, the website recognizes that the daughter had died more than 13 days ago, which is a restriction for liberating the souls. It seems the website is unable to liberate the souls who have died more than 13 days ago. Regardless to the warnings, the father uploads the photos anyway and then instantly hears some loud knocks coming from his main door. The missing poster of a girl called Monami is passed through the gap of the door, with the phone starting to ring, startling the father.
お父さん、電話かけてごめんなさい。いつ帰ってくるの？ね、頭が少し痛いの。もう帰ってくる？わかった。
It's unclear who this missing girl is and why it's being passed to the father. Answering the telephone, the father trembles in fear and sadness, hearing the voice of his daughter asking him to go home to her. That's when he takes out his camera, seeing the ghost of his daughter coming out of the bathtub, crawling towards him. Putting the camera away, the daughter can still be seen. That's when Mitsuka ignores the father and uses the telephone to dial for the police, revealing the shocking plot twist that the father is the killer. He killed a girl her own age called Monami, who happens to be a girl who went missing in the local park. The father happens to be the predator, and that is why the daughter was hunting him and not moving on to the spirit world. The daughter stayed behind to expose the father for the monster he truly is, who was the one who also seemingly killed his own daughter. That is why the daughter kept saying to the father to go back home to her, saying how busy he was, and to stop his reign of terror of hunting and tormenting and killing young children. The spirit of the daughter dials for the police, which leads to the officers rushing the father's house, which leads to him losing his life due to the shame that he has to bear, not wanting to be arrested. My other theory is that the daughter somehow died when being left alone in the house, which could be from an illness that she suffered from or some sort of poisoning, with the father becoming traumatized when getting back home. That's why Mitsuka continuously called the father, telling him to go back home. She was young and didn't understand that she is dying, and by the time that the father got in, it was too late. This causes the father to have a mental breakdown, forgetting that his daughter is dead, or he tries to fill her place by replacing her. That's when we see the footage of someone stalking and then chasing after a first grader in the park. It seems like the father wanted to have another daughter to fill Mitsuka's place, leading to him kidnapping a girl called Monami. Monami's fate remains unclear to whether she died or if she was kept a prisoner inside Mitsuka's room. Either way, the father gets exposed by the ghost of his own daughter in order for Monami to get justice. Poor Mitsuka loved her father dearly, but she couldn't see him kidnapping other young girls her own age and made a difficult choice to turn him in to save other young kids. That brings us to the end of this video, folks. If you enjoyed it, make sure to stay tuned for more by hitting on the subscribe button and the notification bell. As always, it's been your host Star. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.